Okay, we're excited that you're going to take the time to watch this quick video. We want to make this as quick as possible so you can watch it and understand the PAL line of products. The goal here is to give you a overview of all of the PAL devices that we carry, which is 4 different devices, which we're going to be talking about. Again, we're going to address each of them briefly, and then you can review our website for more information. But the PAL line of products is an extremely unique line of products that we're excited about. They are all SIM card based, so there is a cellular GSM SIM card in all of the devices except for one, which is the Bluetooth device, which we'll get into a little bit more. Which means that all you have to do when you get the device, which is an extremely small device, you'll see here in a minute, is wire up 4 wires. 2 wires for power and 2 wires for your control wire, your relay wire. You can trigger a maglock, a strike, a gate operator, whatever it takes to dry contact relay. We can trigger that. So it's 4 wires. You mount it anywhere, you turn it on, and now you and your customer are able to manage every door or gate that has a PAL system on it through the cloud-based web software and app, which makes it really, really nice. Meaning your customer can open their app from their house and trigger a gate, or open an app and add a user, or run a report, or open up the computer and go to PAL-ES and see everything that's going on and monitor. Cloud is the new hot word in the industry. And the PAL system makes it extremely easy. You do not have to run any wire to an access control system. You put the PAL device in, 4 wires, 2 for power, 2 for your control wire, and then you're done, and everything is located in the cloud. You also are able to manage and track every single PAL device that you have through one simple user interface, which is really nice as well. So the applications for this, we like to say, are for those apartment complexes or customers who say they want to use virtual credentials or credentials on their smartphone. The PAL system can do it while at the same time still using your generic transmitters, RFID tags, different things like that, which make this really exciting. So when they say, hey, I want something I can do with my phone, we know a lot of times there's a couple people that want to do things with their phone, and then the majority of them want to still use a traditional transmitter or RFID tag. This is the perfect solution for that, and everything is in a simple to use cloud-based access control system. And I can tell you the prices are amazing. Really, really good prices. You'll be blown away by them. So let's go ahead and jump to the computer. We'll go to our website, transmittersolutions.com. Under our products, you can see we have the PAL Cloud Management. I'm just going to go through and give you a look at the different options that we have, and you can drill down into each of these and watch training videos on each of them, quick tutorials, different things like that, which make it really nice. So we'll start out at the top left. This is the PAL Bluetooth controller. The PAL Bluetooth controller is the only one that does not have a SIM card in it. The PAL Bluetooth controller, again, has 4 wires, 2 for power, 2 for your relay control wire, and is managed through the same app and same cloud-based software as the rest of them. The only difference between the Bluetooth and the rest is that the PAL Bluetooth will only trigger the relay when the user is within Bluetooth range, and that is indicated on the app, which I'll show you here in a little bit later. So the PAL Bluetooth is if they only want to open or close or trigger the relay with their phone when they are in Bluetooth range. They cannot do it remotely. That's going to be your PAL Bluetooth receiver. So there are definitely applications for that. And again, there's no SIM card. Your other 2 options for receivers are the PAL One relay controller, which has 1 output and 1 input. This is a perfect application for triggering a gate, but also monitoring the status of the gate, which you can do through the software. And you would just tie an input into that. And to the right of that, you see the PAL 2 relay controller. This has 2 relay outputs if you need to trigger 2 gates or 2 doors, whatever it may be. Both the PAL 1 relay and the PAL 2 relay talk to the 2 devices you see on the bottom left. The PAL Smart Remote Control, which is a 4-button remote that has a serial number on it, so they're able to track and manage and assign that to certain users and see who's coming and going. It is a very affordable remote, and it only comes in 4-button, but you can configure the buttons to do whatever you want. You can have all 4 buttons open one gate or each button open a different gate. That's all configurable through the software as well. So that remote works with both the 1 relay controller and the 2 relay controller. Then you also have the wireless vehicle detector. This is an X device that you would mount in the middle of the driveway or the middle of the lane, that when they drive over it, it's going to wirelessly trigger either the 1 relay controller or the 2 relay controller for an exit device. This is battery powered, and the battery will last 7 years, which is amazing. It's a really, really nice system. It does not work for safety right now. That's something that they're working on. Right now it's just an exit sensor, and you can drill down and look into that a little bit more. And then you have the PAL RFID long-range system. This is a RFID kit that reads at 30 feet, which can be adjusted in the software as well. So you can go from max 30 feet all the way down to a foot, which is adjustable in the software, and that's going to be read with sticker tags or an ISOPROX card. Again, all of these devices, including the RFID, are managed through the PAL cloud management system and app. So you have a lot of different options when you're looking to work with your customer. Also, if you have an RFID system at the front gate and say a one relay controller at the back gate, these are all managed through the same portal. So they're able to drill down and manage those through the same software, which makes it extremely, extremely user-friendly. So let's go ahead and jump into the software. You'll see the software is located at pal-es.com. I am logged into my user interface right now. You can see that if I click on, this is my main screen. If I click on my devices, I can see a full list of all of the devices that I have access to and that I can manage. And this is really, really nice so your customers can see everything. The device we're going to be working with today is this unit right here at the bottom, which I've just named Webinar Demos. You get a nice map to show you where it's located. And this is where all of the configuration is going to go in. So one of the nice features that we're adding is if you have 3 or 4 of these or 2 of these, more than one on a property, you can update, you can put them all into a group and update one, and it will push to all of the rest. So you basically have a master, which is extremely nice. So you don't have to go in and edit each one individually. Now that I'm logged in this device, and this device is connected to my gate here in the shop, I am able to click on the left-hand side of the screen. I can look up the log, and I'm able to see the log, and we'll see that fill up. Both an operation log, so they can say who came in at what time and what they triggered the gate with, and an audit log, so they can see if they've given other administrators access to this, they can see who's been in changing stuff. So you have full customization, and you can see what's going on. You also have charts. The charts are going to give you a voltage history for power, so if something happened to power, you can go in and check the history to see if something maybe happened, and a signal history. So if you're having SIM card cell signal issues, you can come in and take a look at that history as well on the graph. Users is where you're going to be able to come in and add your users. You have 4,000 users you can use on this system that use remotes, or 12,000 with the RFID tag. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on add, and again, this user interface is the same for all of the devices. I'm going to go ahead and add my phone number. I'm going to enter my name. I would put a remote control serial number, which I'm not going to do, but that's located on the back of the transmitter. I can select a time group to restrict access of the RFID tag, the remote control, or the app. Any time group that you select is going to restrict any device that this person has to open the gate, including the app, which is a really, really cool feature. So if I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, oh, I want to let my buddy in, and I press the gate, if I'm only supposed to be opening that gate between 10 a.m. and 1, and it's 10 p.m., it's not going to let me trigger that with my remote, my app, or my RFID tag. So I can select and restrict access. If I click on admin, that means now that this user, Quinn Coford, has the ability in his app to be an administrator and to add people, delete devices, view history. So you can set up administrators as you want through here as well. I'm going to click, I'm going to keep that selected, but if it's just a generic user, you're not going to click that admin checkbox because you don't want them to be an administrator. You just want them to be able to trigger the gate and manage and track to see who's coming. I'm going to go ahead and click finish, and now you're going to see Quinn Coford will be stored in here once it refreshes, and I'll just click here and get out of that, and then I'll go back. So if I go back, you'll see Quinn Coford is now saved. He is an administrator, and I have 5 devices that I have access to because I have access to a bunch of different devices. Now if I click on settings, settings is where I can set my output delay time. If I had the 2 relay units set up, I would have the option for 2 relays. We are adding that in this setting and on the app, You will be able to select if you want specific users to be able to latch open the gate. So let's say Quinn's an administrator. I do want Quinn to be able to latch open the gate. Quinn will have 2 buttons on his app, open or latch, and I can determine that. For a standard user, you probably won't check that box because you don't want a tenant to be able to latch that gate open, just open it. But you will have that functionality and features, which is nice. Organizations, we won't worry about right now. Timer events. All of these devices have a built-in 7-day timer. Excuse me, let me restate that. The 1 relay, the 2 relay, and the RFID tag. All of the devices that have a SIM card in them have a 7-day timer, and you can add as many intervals as you want to this timer. So you can do the weekends open at a certain time and close at a certain time. The weekdays open at a certain time, close at a certain time. They close at lunch. You can do all of that on these devices, and it will monitor and track that for you. So again, a 7-day timer. The time groups is where you're going to restrict access. So you can set start and end dates, or you can leave that blank and just have it all the time. You'd name the group, and then you're able to go in and restrict access for certain days and certain times. And you have as many intervals as you want in that too. So let's say you could do 10 to noon and then a space where they weren't allowed in, and then again from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. You have full customization. You can add and edit as many time groups as you want. So you can really break that down. All of these devices are full access control for like 1/4 of the cost, and it gives you all of the ability to track and manage. The input, if I'm using the input unit, I am able to be alerted through email if my gate has been left open or my door has been left open for a certain amount of time. Also a really cool feature. And then the remote control, I'm able to say I want my vehicle detector to trigger a certain relay, and I want the buttons on my remote to trigger a certain relay. So you can do all of that through this simple cloud-based software and as well through the app. Now, if this was the RFID unit, I would also have an option for the power level of my RFID where I can turn it up to 30 feet or turn it down to a foot depending on the application that you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trigger the gate with my app. And then I'll show you the log here. So if I go to log, and I'm going to open the gate. My gate's opening. You can't see it, but you'll see in the log, Quinn Cofford, and you'll see the icon of the phone was authorized to open that gate at 14:57, and that was on November 2nd. Okay? And if it was a remote, it would say my name but show a different icon for a remote. An RFID tag would show my name with a different icon for an RFID tag. And I will show you what the app looks like. So you can see on this, I would have a list. I have a list of all of my gates that I have the ability to open. And if I push the button and I have access to open it during that time, you'll see in the background that that's open. Gate is open successfully. It's tracking it. And because I'm an administrator, I have this little cog right here that allows me to view a history, so I can view a history of what's happening on that gate, the same history that's showing up in the cloud. I can add users, I can delete users, I can manage users, but only because I was set up as an administrator in the cloud-based software. A normal user would just have their list of gates that they have access to like you see here. So again, a very, very nice system that you're able to use. This has been a really quick demo, but we wanted to show you the ability that you have with this PAL system, from a wireless battery-powered exit sensor to access control systems that use no wire really. 4 wires that it's localized, you turn them on, they connect to the cloud, and now your properties and customers can manage and track everything. They can use smartphones to open whenever they want. You can restrict that as a manager. They can use the cloud-based software. This is a really, really unique product that allows customers to get what they've been asking for. Some people want to use their phones to open it. Okay, here you go, and you can still restrict and see who it is. Some people want to use the RFID tag. Okay, here they are, and all of it is managed through one simple-to-use cloud-based software. So again, take a look at it, call for pricing. The prices are amazing, and let us know any questions you have. Thanks.